Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the AOR, or the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series, right here on iRacing. Good to see everybody out there. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day. Thanks to everybody in the early lobby. Get to get out there and send you some messages. Much love to you. Thank you for the early chats. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes out there. Of course, Justin Noah, thank you very much. Puddin, thank you, and Dougie, thank you very much as well. Qualifying, finishing out. The drivers are in their driver meeting, and we've got a good one for you tonight. Auto Club is going to be on tap for 90 laps. They're going to have a stage break at lap 30. 70% fuel, the same statistics that we normally see out there. It's always good to see. Asphalt Outlaws, a racing series brought to you by the Winning Bet Diecast Auctions, the MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast, and of course, thebutkicker.com. Go to thebutkicker.com. Use promo code AOR20 for 20% off. It helps support the league and everything that they do over there. 2-mile track tonight, 180 miles for the drivers. We'll take a look at the starting grid. Bill Hales is going to be your pole sitter today. And the good old Dougie Higgins Jr. is going to be the outside pole sitter. Good to see you out there, buddy. Nick Lawrence, Eric Hagel are going to be right there in that second row. Nick Lawrence ready to take that 18 to the front. John Cialino, Mark Beverly will make up row number 3. Keith Prince, Rob Hattenbach, that is going to be row number 4. Haas Beverly ready to rock and roll as well. He's going to have Rich Holland the third, Mr. Spicy Man in the 35. He's driving the Tabasco Toyota today. He's going to be there in row number 5 to the outside of Haas Beverly. Kevin Winker and Tyler Puckett. Kevin, thank you for the chat and tagging folks out there. Brought some people in. We love it. We love to see it. Good to see you all out there, of course. That is row number 6. Let's move on down. Forgive the logos. They're doing their thing again. Here, let's see if we can fix that real quick. Maybe. There it is. Winning Bid Diecast Auctions, starting grid down to Will Reinl and Jesse Calloway. That'll be row number 7. Nathan Dahl and Joey Means will make up row number 8. Pat Baldwin and Tyler Beverly. Excuse me. Tyler Beverly will make up row number 9. Michael Miller, Randy Salee are going to be out there in row 10. Caleb Patton, Jesse Wise, David Smith, and of course the numbers ran by Cody out there. Thank you to Cody. He was fastest in practice out there. not saying it's going to do, but it's going to be a ton of fun. I don't know where you, Cortland, I don't know where you run Saturday. I am not with the BNR series anymore. They have their own thing. I don't know where they're going to be at. But it's great to see you out there on the track, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do. You'll have to get a hold of the guys over there. So much love to you. Caleb Patton out there says, let's go. Appreciate everybody out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We are live on all 3 channels because that is what we do. Let's take a look at the race information. Nighttime is the right time for Auto Club. Highline's going to be very, very impactful here. 2-mile track. This is basically a super speedway, just a little bit shorter, and draft package is going to be super huge, but you can get tight in the corners and get loose. Auto Club, better known as Fontana. 68 degrees on the track temperature, and the air temperature matching that, 67 degrees, 36% humidity. The clear sky is not going to play a factor here tonight. The 2-mile-an-hour wind is going to be calm and settling, so this is all going to be about driver skill, tire wear, and fuel strategy as they continue to move around. James, thank you very much. Thank you for the likes and the shares out there. Much love to you, brother. Mr. Mandrid over there at Mandrid Racing. Make sure you go give him a follow for me. Thank you to all the folks out there with just all the love here recently. I'm much love to you. Turn 1 and 2, different than 3 and 4. You see the down angle backstretch into 3 and 4. It's a little bit more solid of a turn. 1 and 2, a little bit more tighter. So you're going to see drivers possibly get a little bit free off of turn 2 early on. But will that happen? We'll see. They have an opportunity for a green to green. You saw at the beginning of the video, I got 2 sources of energy. One is for focus. That's going to be brought to you by W. There's a link in the description on Facebook and YouTube. You'll be able to use and take a little bit of a discount off of that. Signature 10, I believe, is the promo code for that. But check out W, some hydration, some Dragonade. That's what I'd use for my mental clarity. And for me to wake up, roastedgems.com. Right here, the Winnie Bid Diecast green flag waves for the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. 90 laps, Super Speedway style racing, multi-groove in the Auto Club. Fontana, a ton of fun and a great racetrack. It reminds me a lot of Chicagoland, and we're going to see different lines throughout the racetrack as they continue to move. Good to see you all out there. Thank you so much to everybody. Much love to you. Cortland, thank you for the like out there. Kendra, thank you for the like as well. Good to see everybody out there in the chat. Hales, Higgins, side by side for the lead. Bottom line's going to work for just a moment, but Higgins, don't count him out just yet. We're going to see a lot of folks get into the line. Nathan Dahl, a little slow on the backstretch. Something going on with his truck. He's got a little bit of left side damage, it does look like. Maybe it's just the paint scheme. It might be just the paint. I think he started from pits. Higgins out front. Hegdel drops back. He's back here in that second lane. Bill Hales falls back just a little bit. He's utilized that low line, trying to find his way up the high line on the racetrack. And with all the congestion that's going on right there, from fifth on back, you're going to see some drivers just trying to find their way. And I tell you what, it's going to be all about consistency in the drive line here. Dougie Higgins Jr., your race leader at the moment. Mark Beverly in second. Hegdel trying to make a pass. Whoa, man, Beverly. He slides up the racetrack faster than roller skates in the 80s. Higgins Jr., Mark Beverly, fastest lap of the race, 41.44. They're going to only get faster as the nighttime progresses, and they start to put some stuff on, put some tire grip on this racetrack. Pat Baldwin at the high line. He's in 20th at the moment. They're going to start to really work the feel here as these drivers really hit that backstretch. Look at that. It is like downtown traffic. Or what is it? What is that? I-1 or I-7 traffic over there in California? Holy cow. Let's go. Paolo, good to see you out there. Putting Keystone Light is great for energy needs. I can't drink, folks. And it's not a legal thing or anything like that. It's I'm allergic to a lot of wheat. And I mean allergic, like deathly allergic. Not just celiacs, but like in the worst way it could hurt. 53 side by side, the side draft to the inside. 53.44 is going to line up on that double lane. Cialino to the I side. We like the 33's truck, always have. That's just the energy. That's what I've got to do with it, you know. So I have to be careful what I intake on the body. I don't like seeing that I can't have any bread anymore. That's the one thing I miss. Beverly to the bottom of the racetrack. It's going to slide all the way up. He's going to take the line. Dougie Higgins Jr. is going to be consistent here. We will see a lot of high line runs. There is a lot of marbles on the track. We'll look at the run that Higgins gets here. The more you utilize the full extent of the track here, the more that you are going to burn those tires out. Now, you can find yourself into the corner getting the run just like Higgins is right here. Watch the run that he's going to get on Beverly as Beverly utilizes those tires. We'll look in turn 1 and 2. You might be able to see some of the run that Higgins is getting here with Hegdel to the backside. 41.29 for Rich Hall, and he runs the fastest lap of the race. 13 up to the wall. As they get in the corner, if you look to the right, you're going to see just a little bit of graying up there. Those are marbles, or what they call tire wear. And that's going to be right where right where a lot of that traction is going to be. Let's go number 9. Number 9 getting a shout out there. Mr. Callaway, good to see him out there. He is back there in the PBR machine. Good old Keystone. That was my beer pong beer back in the day. 35 to the bottom. Holland trying to make some moves. He's going to have the 18 to the high side. 33-18. Nowhere to go. Front stretch run. 6. Now 7 laps complete. It's going to be a fast running track for everybody. If it stays, the only caution that I predict might be the stage. I don't know. But you can definitely see the marbles up on the high side of the track right there. A little bit of the tires that are going to be up there. If they get too high up on the track, they're going to get stuck to the top side. Dougie Higgins Jr. making waves here. 13 in that Chevy. It's got a whole lot of rear bumper of the 41. 41's going to be able to hold on to it here. They're about to be 2 and 3 wide very soon. 53 Bill Hales to the bottom. Hegdel in the 4 in third. Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to make some ground up on Mark Beverly, who drops to the bottom of the racetrack. Trying to utilize all of it. Higgins faster. Well, I say faster. He's consistent. He's consistent to the back bumper of the 13. Caution comes out. Tyler Puckett, Tyler Beverly involved. And that'll be the first one of the race. I see. They made me wrong. That's exactly what happened. They made me wrong. Caution. Jesse Wise getting some love out there. Tommy Sherry Wise giving some love to the old wise man out there. Appreciate you very much for being in chat. Thank you for all the likes as well. Thank you for the like, Tommy Sherry Wise. Much love to you. Happened right here, 5 and 45. This is the far chase view here. Actually, it was the far chase view, and then I clicked the wrong button. There it is. Oh, 5 comes down into the 45 there. That was Tyler Puckett. And he runs over the cone at the end. Let's go back over here. One more time here. Here's 45 on the bottom side. This is how this is set up. I'm watching. That looks the 3 up high. That's Keith Prince right there. 5. 45 is going to be down low here. 5 up high here. 45 gives him lots of room. And then just comes down into the 45 there. Well, I mean, the perk of this one is that there's a fast repair, and the 45 is going to be able to take care of things here. 13 comes to pit road. Everybody's going to come to pit road. 70% fuel is going to be a big factor. Jesse Wise is going to be your race leader. There is the sun drop machine. I'm getting some of this soda. I'm just saying. I asked him a couple of weeks ago whenever he first ran the paint scheme if they still made it. He said, yeah. He sent me a picture of it. Tyler Beverly's going to be coming off pit road. I think he might be a lap down. He's going to be waiting for the pace truck here because of having to come to pit road. Wasn't able to make it in and off pit road. So David Smith tail end of the field. Tyler Puckett into pits here. Nathan Dahl in the number 30 truck leaving pit road here. Be on the lead lap. So Tyler Beverly will be looking for a free pass if there's another caution. Puckett getting himself a little bit of love there. All right. Good to see you all out there. Much love to you. Brian Ricker, thank you for the like out there. Much love. Number 1 fan of it all. Good. I'm liking all the comments out there. Doing all that. Making sure that I'm keeping up on the socials today because we were working on the old admin stuff for a lot of folks. Trying to make sure that what we do here is being absolutely fantastic. If you have not listened to the MLO Bros, I highly recommend you do it. There's a link in the Facebook and YouTube descriptions for the video here for the broadcast. It's a direct link to their Facebook page. Absolutely phenomenal podcast that they put out. If you like to understand the housing market and a little bit about your future investments and stuff like that, in their market, in that market, I recommend you listen to it. Regardless if there's any local references to Youngstown, there's a lot of good information in what they do. And while I'm sitting here working or while I'm working on overlays, I tend to listen to the podcasts and everything that we do out there. And just absolutely fantastic to see what they do. The Winning Bet Diecast Auctions, there's a link to his Facebook page there as well. You got to go check him out. And, of course, the one and only butt kicker. If you've not had a sat in a butt kicker system, it's one of the best experiences that you can, as far as simulating realism, one of the best things in the world. I can't, other than having your direct drive wheel, the butt kicker system makes it feel like you if you hear the tire squeal, you feel it. It's just a great system that they have. TheButtKicker.com, promo code AOR20 That will be where you get it to an A, Alpha, O, Oscar, Romeo for the R. The number 2, the number 0. That'll give you 20% off at checkout. It helps out the league, helps out the Butt Kicker, who supports a lot of iRacing. Big House Motorsports, green flag. 12 of 90. Higgins to the high side. Jesse Wise getting a big run right here. Beverly to the bottom. Right there, all over the back bumper. Ford Hegel trying to make some moves. If that would have ran green, I think that segment would have shown. Besides 3 wide here on corner exit. How about 4 wide? Can we make it 4 wide? Why not? Mark Beverly, Bill Hales, Nick Lawrence, all of them battling for pushing and pulling 4 and 5 wide out of the corners. They start to run. Rob Hattenbach in the 44 trying to make some moves here. 33. He's looking at the 33 of Cialino in front of him. Oh, man, they're going around. Down low. That was a clinching moment. Whoa, man. Back-to-back cautions. They're able to get that lap around. We'll take a look. This is where it all begins. Front stretch, 35 right there with the 42. And we're going to quick play. Oh, a little code. 33 gets up to the wall. I mean, they were 3 wide like you wouldn't believe there. Kevin Winker involved. He'll be able to take care of some things. Hopefully he'll get that black flag cleared right there because he crossed that line. Hopefully he'll be able to take care of that. So Kevin Winker comes around. 33 of Cialino was just up high there. I kind of want to, let's go back just a little bit. I'm gonna put you on the same spot. We're gonna see what's right here. Now, they're 3 wide into turn 3 here. 24 giving a good run right there to the 33. Holland almost clears the 42, but the 42 pulls the side draft there. Has the draft of the 53 in front of him. Not quite clear. Ooh, they run door to door. 33 just gets a little net code there. It gets a little free, and it brings him down. And so the 33 and the 42 will do all of that. Man, Tyler Beverly should be your lucky dog. He's going to come around and get back on the lead lap here. Driving the Matthews 45 Ford F-150. 24 is going to come to pit road, and so is the 33. Jesse Wise to pit road. The Toyota coming in for fuel. Dougie Higgins Jr., race leader, the number 41, having a fantastic day. All of my cautions to cross every series for a while. It's going to be brought to you by Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Those folks are absolutely. They had a new episode drop this morning. It is in my queue for tonight so that way I can listen to it. Talking about the MCU universe. Just fantastic podcast. I highly recommend you get out there, whether you're on Spotify or Apple iTunes or iHeartRadio. They are out there. They also have a Facebook page and a YouTube channel as well. Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. AJ Coppola and company over there. Love the guys. Love them, what they do. Higgins, Beverly, Hegdel, Lawrence, Hales, Holland, Callaway, Hattenbach, and Reinl. There is Miller in that 10th. Biggest mover of the race looks to be Michael Miller, the 77. He's got that Monster Energy truck on lock. Driver off the most spots at the moment. It's going to be John Cialino here, the number 33. I think he just went in and said, you know what, I'm just going to get some of my optional done. Save that fast repair for a little bit later. I mean, they're halfway between now and the stage. That could be a good thing. Folks, let's see. Tomorrow night, nothing going on tomorrow night. Let's see. Actually, work tomorrow night. That'll be what happens there. I got some T-shirts to take care of. What else? What else is going on? Maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow during the day I might do some. I think we should do some streaming. I think we should do some gaming and sit back and relax on Twitch or something. We'll figure it out. Lights are off at the pace track. We're going to go back to it. 2 and 3 wide racing. How about 4 and 5 wide? This is the racetrack for that. Auto Club is a ton of fun. When we go back to the green flag racing, we'll take you to what I like to call the sounds of iRacing. It's my favorite. Oh, I forgot to give helicopter awards. Who's that? Kevin Winker. Kevin, sorry, buddy. Love you. You're amazing. It's coming off pit road right now. He's going to catch back up. Come on, get out there. Full send, full send. All righty, Beverly Higgins, that'll be your front row here as they come back around. 13-41. 41 elects the high line on the restart here. 18-4, 35, 53, 44, 9, 77, 17. Not your Powerball numbers, but it is your running order. Thank you to Cody for being the race controller on this Bad Mama Gemma. Through the gears they go. And below Bros, green flag. The most beautiful segment. Auto Club is one of my favorite tracks, says James out there. Wide open. You aren't lying. High line, the best line, especially as you start to get on older tires. Dougie Higgle, 9, a little bit free right there. 3, now 4 wide. You can bump draft here just like every other track. And I tell you what, it's a loud track, too. I've actually had to adjust a lot of volume here. Michael Miller, your biggest mover of the race, up 14 spots so far. Mark Beverly, your race leader, trying to lead this one around. Nick Lawrence right behind Dougie Higgins Jr. In the grand scheme of things, Chevy, Ford, Toyota. Ford, Chevy, your top 5. Bill Hale's trying to make that his own as well. We've watched a lot of drivers get right to the back bumper. Dougie Higgins Jr. getting a big shove from the 18. 18 might drop in here. Mark Beverly kind of running the traditional oval line here, trying to pull away. The draft, it might be the fast way around this racetrack at the moment, but I think that we watched before, Dougie Higgins Jr. was able to make it work. Lisa Ann, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. We've been able to see folks get out there and utilize a long run strategy, which I think is very possible here. Keith Prince, Haas Beverly battling it out here for 12th and 13th. And there's going to be races all over this track. There's going to be intermingled races between them. About 30 laps on a green flag run here, I do believe. They run about 35 to 38 laps when it comes to how the officials work. So green, white, checkered would be good. 40 laps, I think, is the traditional fuel strategy for the truck series. 2-miler, though, it's going to make for some interesting racing here. They'll have to split the second segment pretty much in half after they get some things taken care of. 3 to the back bumper of the 2. That's going to be Keith Prince trying to push. Pat Baldwin to the bottom side. Toyota trying to get inside these 2 Chevys here. I take that back. A Chevy and a Ford. Haas Beverly falling back just a little bit. Chevy behind. And right now, everybody on lock. Everybody trying to slide up the track and work it. Beverly drops way low. Hegdel's going to be right there. I talked about how Dougie Higgins wanted to utilize that long run strategy. And the 41's done so. He's been able to utilize that high line, that second and third lane, or that third and fourth lane up there. There's technically 5 lanes to this track. You could run 5 wide. Hegel to the bottom. He's going to be trying to battle for the lead. Higgins utilizing all of the speed up top. 25 of 90. Tires becoming a factor for Mark Beverly as he gets to the back of, he starts to drop back. He's going to be there to the 44 to the high side. Rob Hattenbach trying to make it nice and easy. 77, utilizing all of Auto Club as well. He's up 15 spots as Dougie Higgins Jr. And now 16 as he goes around Eric Hegel. Great racetrack, great opportunity for these drivers to kind of push the boundaries. And an absolute gem of a racetrack. One of my favorite. This gives you a little bit of everything when it comes to how these drivers, it gives you the feel of a 1.5-mile track, and then we'll give you not only the feel of the 1.5-mile, but it also gives you the feel that you are kind of pushing some things here. Ribby _ 20209, give us a follow. Thank you so much. Appreciate you on the old Twitch, Rudy. And something that you see out of this racetrack is that, yes, that long run speed is going to be big. But not only is it going to be big, but the speed you can carry just by getting out of the throttle just a little bit, running the wall, letting the draft work itself. Hegel to the bottom side, utilizing all those tires. But look at the race on the high side. The 41 gets right back into the corner, still utilizing the same line. Not much has changed. If you're going to make a pass on Higgins, you're going to have to drop to the bottom, make the pass, slide up in front of him just like you would do. The slide job, super important here. 41 to the high side. He's going to have a big run here. As we'll see that drag race down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Hegel, Lawrence, utilizing all of that high side. 3 wide now, right behind him, Rob Hattenbach. There is the 35 of Rich Holland, Mike Miller there as well. 44 trying to make it work. 41's going to have the run to the back bumper of Eric Hegel. I talk about Hegel getting all the way to the front of this racetrack. Forward to the high side. Now Hegel's going to have to utilize the same strategy. He's going to keep himself up high here. Rob Hattenbach to the bottom. These Fords try to be faster than all of the other in the field right now. Top 3, all Fords. As Dougie Higgins Jr. settles back in to third. Hattenbach trying to come up the racetrack a little bit right there. 18 of Nick Lawrence is going to drop down the Toyota, trying to make it work. There's a 42 of Kevin Winker, who's going to roll some three-wide action here as well. Drop straight to the bottom. Is going to pull the draft. Somebody, that's Mike Miller to the high side. 35 of Rich Holland, trying to make more sense of what's going on here as well. 13 crosses over the nose of the 17. And Will Rhino trying to stay out of the back bumper of the 13, but 13 kind of forced his way up there a little bit. Now Beverly trying to work his way right behind everybody again. 18 of Nick Lawrence trying to hold on. 35 is going to be clear for a moment. Kevin Winker is going to be right there. 35 says, I'm continuing. As right now, 1, 2, 3, all Fords. Dougie Higgins Jr. finally drops to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got all the speed to the bottom. Rob Hattenbach going for the pass here as 29 of 90 becomes a race for a stage. As Hagdal and Hattenbach Higgins trying to compete here. The battle rages on. This is your stage lap as they complete lap 30. Kevin Winker right behind the 41 of Higgins. Rob Hattenbach, Eric Hagdal. That'll be your two right up front here. They're going to be trying to make some things happen here. To the bottom side, the 4 goes. To the high side, the roll. Eric Hagdal trying to close the distance here as the run happens. Not enough speed. Oh, I take that back. 44 gets into the wall right there. And Hagdal will win this stage. So Eric Hagdal wins the beginning portion of this one. 30 laps in and come back around. 44 had the run on the high side. That was his line. Rob Hattenbach, in all actuality, should have won that one. I mean, he'll finish 5th in the race for stage 1. Eric Hagdal, Kevin Winker, Dougie Higgins Jr., Rich Holland, and Rob Hattenbach. That'll be your top 5. Nick Lawrence, Mark Beverly, Will Rhino, Bill Hales, and Haas Beverly. That'll be your top 10 drivers in the stage. Appreciate everybody out there. Much love to you. I'm going to play a couple of commercials, and we'll go reset and come back to you here in just a minute.
Drivers.
Do you want to be the greatest of all time? Welcome drivers, sponsors, and fans to the inaugural season of the Goat Racing League. The Goat Racing League will be running 3 series on 3 different nights. The Truck Series on Tuesday nights, broadcasted on Signature Esports. The Xfinity Series on Thursday nights, broadcasted on Skullkey Esports. The Next Gen Cup Series on Saturday nights, broadcasted on Signature Esports. There is an entry fee to the league, but you can drive all 3 series if you meet the license requirements. We look forward to seeing you out there. Check out the Discord and the Facebook page for more information. We'll see you on the racetrack.
They're all lining up, ready to rock and roll. Getting all those pit stops in for the stage. So at least one more green flag at pit stop before the end of this one. And we will take a look. Where's it at? I'm looking for it. Looking for some relatives here. Caution. For only the stage. Next week is an all-star race. What I mean by an all-star race. Cody, are you out there? Jesse, thank you for the like. Appreciate you, buddy. Everything is up, man. Everything is up and going and having a fantastic day. Kevin Winker's going to be a race leader. Dougie Higgins Jr. second. Off of pit row, Will Rhino, Nick Lawrence, Holland, Hales, Hagdell, Callaway, Beverly, and Salee. That'll be your top 10 on the restart here. Let's see. Next week, April 15th, the All-Star race. It's Cody's pick. Cody, if you're out there listening, what's the pick? I need to know, man. I need to know. Kevin Winker is going to elect the high line on the restart here. No doubt that's going to be exactly where he wants to be. Higgins will be in second. Now, if this thing runs green, this is going to be interesting. And Dougie Higgins Jr. gave up a ton of ground there to the latter part of those stages, and I want to see what he does because consistency is the big factor here. He didn't start utilizing the bottom part of that racetrack until about 2 laps to go before the stage. Does he do that same thing here to try to hold off the folks, or does he just continue to run the line he was running? Because we watched how Mark Beverly kind of fell back a lot, and as he did, it kind of made some things more apparent, more aware for me here. That tire wear is a bigger factor here tonight than what I thought. Yeah, it's all good. Winker, Higgins, Lawrence, Will Rhino, Rich Holland, Bill Hales, Jesse Callaway, Eric Hagdell, Randy Salee, and then Haas Beverly. That'll be your top 10. Pace truck will dive in. And as it stands, there is Fred, the Barney Flagman. They call him Barney in iRacing, but I've always called him Fred the Flagman. So we joined the names. It's hyphenated Green Flag Wins. That is thebuttkicker.com green flag here for the start of the stage. Again, promo code AOR20. That's Alpha Oscar Romeo 20 for 20% off at checkout. 42 to the high side. Winker's going to have the run. 41's going to drop low. I think Higgins is trying to break up the draft behind him. Something got into Higgins. He says, let's go. 9 of Callaway up in the mix. The PBR machine trying to make sure that he's got everything in check. 17 high side. 18's going to be right behind him. Rich Holland tries to pull the draft line there as well from the 9. 77 of Mike Miller, all the way back to 17th now. He was your biggest mover of the race, and there's a lot of folks juggling here. We talk about the 2 and 3 wide racing. How about 3 wide right there? Maybe 4 wide coming up. Who knows? There, door banging, beating and banging. Rich Holland kind of stuck in the middle of a couple of drivers there. It looks like Rob Hattenbach's going to make some things work. 0 to the high side. That is going to be Randy in that Mountain Dew. It looks like a Mountain Dew. That's an all-star truck. Yes, allstarok.com. I knew that paint scheme. Ha-ha, I love it. Rob Hattenbach in the 44, 3 wide on the front stretch. He's stuck in the middle. 13 of Mark Beverly going to the inside in turn 1. They're moving at 37 of 90. Just about halfway through this bad boy. What's up, Richard? Good to see you out there. Mr. Richard Michael having a fantastic day, hopefully. 37 of 90. Winker out front. Higgins, Rhino, Callaway, Lawrence. That'll be your top 5. Hales, Holland, Hagdell, Beverly, Puckett. As they continue to move forward. The Winnipeg Diecast Auctions. 37 laps in this time by as they cross the start-finish line. A lot of moving parts. Jesse Wise, and probably one of my favorite paint schemes for the Toyota. I'm well, thank you, Rich. I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. Trying to, you know, we got races to call. We've got games to play. We've got games to create, and we've got moves to be made. That's for darn sure. 24 to the inside of the 69 here. As we see Joey Mines trying to make up some ground here. Mines is Been very consistent as of late, and likes to. I think he's the sleeper driver for the race. He tries to take his time, be patient, and he comes on later in the race. That is what I like to see. I like to see fuel strategy races. It's my big love of all of this. Kevin Winker giving up the inside, giving up the outside to the 41. Ooh, 17 in and out there. Will having a little. Didn't Will get a new connection or new computer or something like that? It's always good to see. Dougie Higgins Jr. making up ground. He's going to be doing so. Dropping around. Full send. 41, 42, 9, 18, 35. That'll be your top 5. As spiciness is starting to get up. Let's take a lap around with my good friend here. The drive line here is absolutely insane. SDK had an update there for a second. Apologize about that. Relative kind of went off. So here's the drive line here. This is what's insane about this. That second lane from the top is just an absolute gem of a race line. However, late in the run, you're going to start seeing these drivers try to make it work. You better work it. 9 cents pile up. Good to see you. Full send. Full send. That's what she says. Come on. She says full sends. They say full send. They all do. Everybody, full send. Folks, I always say full send because you got to treat life as if it is a full send moment, and that's exactly what you want. Higgins in the 41. It's hard to be patient here, too. This is something about Auto Club that we've seen. Fontana is the track that it's like super speedways in the sense that you get such a run to the back bumper of somebody. It's just like you want to pass them. You want to go and you want to make up that ground and you want to push as much as you can to get in the corner. But it does not necessarily mean that that's the right course of action. Tire wear is the biggest factor here. Everybody's going to be different on the line that they're going to run. Holland tries to go with the 18. He helps the 18 gain a spot there. And right now, Callaway looking to be all over the back bumper of the 18. Ooh, that was a heck of a checkup. Rich Holland right behind him trying. Wow, he's right there. Hold on. Woohoo! How about this one? That was a little closer than I wanted to be. Bottom side he goes. Did you see how he lifts out of the corner and drops in? He has to lift twice. The drivers on the outside lane, they don't have to lift. They lift a little. They feather the throttle. They try to make it work. Rich Holland trying to close the distance, and right now Callaway is going to be able to battle back. He pulls the draft. Holland not able to make anything work there. Beverly's going to be right behind. And if you don't make that pass, you're going to end up hurting yourself. 9:35. 35's got to slide up in front of the 9 here. He's not going to be able to do it. He does pull a little bit of that side draft away. Fast running racetrack, lift out of the corner. Longest way around the track, but it's the fastest way around the track for most of the drivers. 41, 42, 18, 35, 9. That's going to be the battle here as the 35 still trying to find some ground here. 13 might think about going with him. I don't know. 35 doing a fantastic job. He's running that second lane from the top. He's going to afford it. If I'm the 35 right now, I'm finding my way up the track now. Right now. Right now. There you go. Right there. That's exactly what you need to do. You have to find room and make room where you need to. And the same with Haas Beverly here. He finds himself working his way back up front as well. He was back just a little bit there. And now we're starting to see these drivers that have, 69 into the wall. He's going to keep it up into the wall. He's kind of stuck. He's going to lose some ground here. but he will be able to pull it off the racetrack. There you go. So the 69 of Jesse Wise is going to hold on to it. 41, your race leader. Cheryl says, go. Mark Beverly is going to win this all. Mike, I don't know. I mean, there are point standings, of course. That is kind of the way things go. But there is a cutoff line. There is a playoff strategy here for the drivers as well. So within the playoffs, it does work in that. Right now, playoff points do look to favor Mark Beverly. Kevin Winker's in second, though. Let's see. Bill Hale's in third. Eric Hagel in fourth in the point standings. But there are 15 drivers that are going to be competing for the championship here. He might win. He might win some stuff here, but there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of talent. That's for darn sure. Right now, Dougie Higgins Jr. making it work, making it stick. Gives a little feather to the throttle there. He is right next to that wall. And I'm about as close as I want to get to the wall into the turn. He's up there near the marbles. 41, 42, 18, 35, 13. Whoa, 35 going low. I think he was forced to go low. Now is where the drivers start getting a little bit dicier. And Rich Holland trying to battle for the lead here. Let's go back. Randy in 15th, up 5. Tyler in 14th, off 2. Tyler Beverly in the 45, up 5. Had a rebound from earlier. 3 wide right now. Mike Miller trying to gain that ground back. He's got Joey Mines in the 24 to the high side right there with Haas, Beverly, Jesse Calloway. Trying to make some things work, getting that number 9 up 5 spots. He was up there inside the top 3. Now drops back just a little bit. Eric Hagel in the number 4, off 4 from the start of the race. Will and Eric battling right now for position. The 17 of Will Rhino had a little bit of an issue earlier, but the Powerade driver is back and good, driving the Ford. He's up 5. He and Eric battling back and forth. Mark Beverly, right where he started in 6th. Rob Hattenbach in the 44. He's right there, up 3. Rich Holland up 6. Nick Lawrence in 3rd, right where he started. Don't count out Holland. Beverly almost gets to the back right quarter panel of Holland right there. You got to be careful where you clear yourself. That's for darn sure. Because if you clear, 17 gets into somebody. Mark Beverly up into the wall. He's backwards. And we'll have to take a look at that one. 13 gets into the corner. And caution, 4th caution of the race. And no doubt, everybody's starting to get dicey. Running the high line does take a toll. Alrighty, so Eric Hagel and the 17 of Will Rhino right there on the bottom side for the 17 was trying to push the 4 there, and he was doing a great job. I just think we'll go back to the 17 here. He just clipped it, just like Super Speedway Racing. He got right to the back bumper. I think he got just too much of the right side, and as these tires are free, just gets a little clip. Gets it free. 13 and the 4 collect together, and the 17. Whoa. Something happened there. Hold on, I missed something on this one. Hold on. So after this happens, we're going to follow along with Hegel here. Something more happened. Little flip, little loose. Inside, outside, 4 still free. Oh, and then the 44 out of nowhere. I'm missing some information here. It's Rob Hattenbach here. Let's see what's going on. I think he is just up to speed. He's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, eighth spot right in eighth position. Sees all of that. It's like I have to go low, and then all of a sudden, no! Oh man! Ouch! 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 Everybody's slowing down. See why it's going around. Ow! That made me hurt a little bit there. These things do happen. A lot of drivers coming to pit road. Well, pretty much everybody. Kevin Winker's going to be your race leader here. 51 laps in. He came to pit road. He wins the race off pit road. Only takes, I think he took right sides or a full tank of fuel, one of the two. Was able to do so. Nick Lawrence will be in second. He did take tires. Dougie Higgins Jr. went ahead and did the same thing. Got a little bit of that. I think he might have just had a slow pit stop there. It all happens. All happens for a good reason. I'm going to take a hydrate break. Hopefully you do as well. We'll be right back in 60 seconds to get everybody taken care of. Make sure that you do this. Go over there, twitch.tv/Signature Esports. Give us a follow over there, as well as the old Facebook page, facebook.com/Signature Esports. You guys are getting me, you folks are getting me close to the 1,000 mark on Twitch and on YouTube. So thank you very much to all the folks over there. Facebook getting close to the 2350 goal for this month. And I look forward to seeing that happen. 53 of 90. Lights are going to be off on the pace truck. I'm going to throw it on exciting for you folks. And let it roll. I do need to grab a throat lozenge. I'll be right back. Back at it, 54 of 90. And boy, howdy. 3 wide for the lead. Dougie Higgins Jr., the 9 of Callaway, going for the lead here as well. Callaway to the bottom side. Higgins will have a run here. He almost cleared the 18. Oh, he did clear the 18. 18 is going to be right there to the back bumper. And I think the race here is going to be who's going to be able to maintain this kind of pace. Do they have enough time here to be able to make it on fuel? That's a big factor here. I don't know that they do. All the drivers came in on 51, 3 pace laps within all of that, 4 pace laps within all of that. It's going to be interesting to see as they come around. 56 of 90, fast race, fast pace. Multi-groove line, 18. 24, Joey Mines to the bottom. I said Joey Mines was a sleeper here. And now he's working his way all the way up. 13 spots gained. Mike Miller, 14 gained. Calloway up 10. Kevin Winker up 5. Haas Beverly says, full send, let's go. 13 of Mark Beverly to the inside. Almost 3 wide. 3 wide it is. As right now, all of these drivers just trying. Keith Prince, Pat Baldwin off track. They're right there. 5th caution of the race. Not sure what happened there. Both of those drivers, little right side. Wonder if they just kind of got free or maybe got pushed. We'll take a look at it here in a second. Right back with you after this. Brandon, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you, buddy. I appreciate you very much. That is the guy that sent me over to Roasted Gems. Much love to him. Use promo code BZ20 for 10% off your first order. That is at roastedgems.com. That is my my lovely coffee that I drink now. This explains a lot. I didn't even click play. I just found the incident 4 wide or close to it. High side here. Oh, they both cleared each other. I mean, that was a little tink. That was a skadoosh. That's what we call the skadoosh move. Know what I mean? There it is. That's exactly what happened. And you can see that they both had the same idea. So right here, this is the... Oh, come on now. There's the 27 of Caleb Patton right here and the 00 of Randy here. There's the 53 Bill Hales down low. They just all carrying speed. And right here, the 7 had the idea, and they both just kind of came into each other. They're able to save it. But Pat, I love you, buddy. You're getting it today. You're getting it. Helicopter. Love you, buddy. Mr. Baldwin, the Full Sail University paint scheme on. So Keith Prince will come to pit road. Pat came to pit road as well. I do believe. I don't know that they really had any that much damage. More so tires than anything else. If that was, you really even consider that tire damage. 5th caution of the race, 4th for incident, 1 for stage. Of course, your stage winner, the number 4, he is kind of back there a little bit. Eric Hagel in 14th right now. He started 4th off 10 from the start of the race. Man, oh man, it's a good race. A lot of speed involved. All right. Will came to pit road. He's going to be good on fuel. Randy came to pit road. He's going to be good on fuel. Keith Prince came to pit road. He's good on fuel. And to be honest with you, yeah, see the 7 went ahead and just kept the truck the way it was. Maybe got a little bit of that damage repaired. Nothing too bad there. He's still got a front end. And, of course, the iRacing flat left front tire. Yeah, kind of the way it goes. Higgins, your race leader, is going to elect the high line on the restart. Nick Lawrence will be 2nd. Mines will be 3rd. And any of the drivers that were thinking about not having tires, well, here it is. If they thought that they might not be able to make it on fuel, well, here it is again. Dave Smith, Will Reinl, Pat Baldwin all the way at the back. 16, 17, 18th right now. Here's the 42 of Kevin Winker. He's got a 35 of Rich Holland in front of him. As they'll come around and pace around. Lights are off on the pace truck. Dougie Higgins Jr., your race leader. Jeremy, I saw in the Discord, Jeremy Talon couldn't make the race. My man. the number 2 truck. You still have my favorite baseball paint scheme. If you throw a Cardinal logo on it, I'd be all right. I mean, you know. Higgins, Lawrence, Mines, Callaway, Holland, Miller, Winker. Internet outage. Oh, man, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. But still, that we went through that as well, and we had to take care of it. Braves, yeah. I mean, congrats on the Braves winning the World Series, but I wish I had a little bit more respect for the organization, and it's nothing against any of the players or anything like that. It's just the organization. That's just my opinion. A lot of people aren't fans of the Cardinals either, so it's okay. I still have much respect. They still make more money than I do, and that's just the way it is. Dougie Higgins Jr., Nick Lawrence, side by side, 24, giving a big shove to the 18 here. And Mines trying to go for the lead already. 18 slides in front of the 41. 9's going to be there as well. 24 might have bitten off a little bit more at the moment. He'd block. Man, don't block. That was the wrong place to do that. Forced to check up there, and that's exactly what happened. Callaway goes for the lead. He's going to take the lead. 24 is going to have the run to the backstretch here as Dougie Higgins Jr. does that. You don't want to block going into a corner. That right there is a recipe for disaster. Take that from personal reference and personal information here. 24 to the bottom side, utilizing all to the bottom of the racetrack. We watched this one watched this happen before. Tire wear will be a factor here, and is a major factor. 62 of 90. That is still a long way to go around this racetrack. 2-mile racetrack. There's still a lot of time. Dougie Higgins Jr., the master of this auto club, or Fontana's been his racetrack. 24 drops to the bottom. Everybody try to pull the line away from the 24. That's exactly what's going on. 9 of Callaway gets right back to it. And that's the run. And right now the 9 very close to getting turned by the 13 because he came down in front of the 13. 13 was there. It's a good thing he lifted because that was almost disastrous for the 9 of Callaway. 18. Toyota in line. 3 wide. And right now Dougie Higgins Jr. is pulling that line away. They are a tight 3 wide coming off the corner. Nick Lawrence to the bottom, Callaway in the middle. Right now, the line is, it's insane. It's insane. I'm not a fan of Mark McGuire. I'm not a fan of Mark McGuire. I used to be a fan of Mark McGuire, and then, I'm a fan of Pujols and Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright, true legends of the series. When they had the home run, basically when Major League Baseball says we're going to have a home run derby between Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa, I thought that was just a cheap gimmick. Not a fan. Beverly, I'm older too, so like, those who don't know, one of my relatives, Harmon Killebrew, used to play for the Minnesota Twins. So I used to be a Twins fan too. I'd say used to be. I kind of still am, just a little bit. 45 slides in front of the 9 here. Callaway will have to reset. Jesse Callaway does a great job of resetting and working his way back through. Right now, Dougie Higgins Jr. to the high side with the 24. Mark Beverly trying to take over the lead. Beverly trying to be aggressive to get himself back out front. Higgins pulled the same situation before. And right now, it'll be 25 laps to go. Buttkicker.com, thebuttkicker.com. You gotta go to thebuttkicker.com. Again, THE, thebuttkicker.com. Check out their systems that they have and make sure you utilize promo code AOR20 Alpha Oscar Romeo 20 for your 20% discount at checkout. Absolutely phenomenal system that they have over there. Go check it out. 25 laps to go. Dougie Higgins Jr. pulled the slide job on the 13 again. On the 13, I'm waiting. 41 down low. Higgins changed up his strategy a little bit here. Mark Beverly gets to the high side. Now Beverly's going to utilize these lessons. 41, 13, 41 gets into the second lane. 13 battling side by side. The more they battle, the more these drivers behind are like, keep battling. Keep battling. We got this. 13 not clear of the 41. 41 gets right back to the high side. 18 of Nick Lawrence says, keep doing what you're doing. Out of the corner, into the corner they go. Dougie Higgins Jr. to the high side. Mark Beverly trying to clear. He's going to be clear. He's going to be very clear by a lot. 23 laps to go. Two drivers, 25, 29, 25, 25, 85 on the iRating. Both of these ones trying to make it work. Someone wrecked that guy. But why is Beverly up towards the front again? Because it's his league. Grip hack special, right? No, totally joking. Hashtag grip hacks in the chat, please. Joey Mines back up there. Totally joking. Totally joking. Oh, man. Baseball is one of those things that I go medieval on. I'm just saying. But we watched Mark Beverly do this before. And if you think that Beverly's going to just walk away from the field behind him, it's not going to happen. There's a lot of pace and a lot of speed still left in the drivers behind him. There's a lot of drivers out there with some fresher tires as well, trying to work their way through the field. And as the pace falls off, we're going to start seeing these drivers work their way back up front. John Cigalino, one of those drivers. Jesse Wise, one of those drivers. Pat Baldwin, one of those drivers. They all came in, and they're all kind of being patient right now, trying to make sure they get themselves in the mix. There's Haas Beverly in 10th. He's off one from the start of the race, but there's still a lot going on in front of him. And if we want here, let's go to Keith Prince right here. He should be able to see the field, I do believe. We go to the cockpit view. Now, a little further back. Tyler Puckett, here we go. Everything that's going on in front of Tyler right here. There's a lot of jockeying for position. Anything can happen. Gotta go watch Vols finish up Missouri in baseball. Oh yeah. I'm not a Missouri fan. As far as I live in Missouri, but I'm not a fan. I went to UNC, so that's kind of the way. that's life. Folks coming to pit road. Well, it's happening. John Cigalino, Kevin Winker, Keith Prince, all of them in on pit road this time by Mark Beverly. 20 laps to go. There's Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to make it work. Beverly only 0.3 of a second. His gains are not that great. He's not going to be able to walk away here. This is not one of those tracks that you can walk away. But he's utilizing every bit of that racetrack to make sure that he keeps that distance. Drops all the way to the bottom, 0.5 of a second. And watch the gain come back. All the way to the bottom. Scrubbing the tires. The drivers that are not scrubbing the tires behind him, they're going to catch into the corners. If you utilize 2 and 3 lanes, that's one thing, just like the mile-and-a-half tracks. Watch the line off the back. 18, 24, big shove. 9 coming as well. 17 of Will Reinl. Very close to turning the 9 there. Got to be careful. This is a hard track to judge if you were 3 wide, especially as wide as this racetrack is. We're talking 67 feet. That is a long way into the corner. It can be almost as 80 feet in some of the instances. Eric Hagdahl trying to work his way back up there. Stage 1 winner was all the way back to 14th. Now finds himself in 6th. He started 4th. Beverly still trying to close down that distance. Higgins trying to keep that 2nd and 3rd lane going. Lawrence right behind Higgins, right where he's been most of the race. As Joey Mines still tries to hold on to 4th place here. Callaway's going to be right there. 18 laps to go. Somebody's going to full send. 3 wide, almost 2 wide now. 9 to the bottom side. Coming across the stripe. 18, now 17 laps to go for these drivers. Rich Holland in 10th, right where he started. Has a good move here. Holland came in on 51. Randy and the 00 trying to make it work as well. It's the longest run so far for the drivers as they come around with 17 laps to go. 45 of Tyler Beverly getting a big old shove. Battle for the lead, still about the same as Dougie Higgins Jr. and Nick Lawrence continue the same line that they have. 18's going to drop low here. 41's going to be high. 18 of Lawrence going for second. 41's going to carry the speed on the high side. The more they battle, the more that Beverly can now walk away. They're pulling the air off of each other, and that is exactly what's going to keep Beverly out front. That's racing 101. You pull the air off the driver that's side by side with you. That driver that's got that clean air is not going to do a darn thing. Beverly to pit road. Higgins will lead. Nick Lawrence. It's going to pull up right here. Mines in third. Full field of drivers coming to pit road. Beverly, Callaway, Holland, Tyler Beverly, Puckett, Wise, Bill Hales. 50 miles an hour on pit road. That's a fast pit limit. And right now, nobody can make it on fuel. Nobody. Mines comes to pit road. 41-18-4. That'll be the top 3. Inside the top 5, no Chevy. Dougie Higgins Jr., Nick Lawrence in a Toyota. Dougie's in a Ford. Eric's in a Ford. Will Rhino in a Ford. Baldwin in a Toyota. I would rather do 50. Yeah, you ain't lying, Cortland. 35 is redonkulous. I mean, I get it for like Bristol and short tracks. I don't like it for some of the. I've seen some of the 1.5-mile tracks be at 35 and 40, and I'm like, are you kidding me? All right, Hegdel's going to be your race leader. Rhino's going to be behind him. Baldwin's going to be there in third. Rhino and Baldwin came in on 58. 13 laps to go. Talking a 25 laps on the pit cycle here. That's more than enough for the drivers to be like, look, I've got to go to pit road. This is the way it is. Hegdel, Rhino, Baldwin, Higgins, Lawrence. The 00 came in on 76. He's going to pull up a spot here. Pat Baldwin is now your race leader. Hegdel comes to pit road. Dougie Higgins Jr. leaving pit road right now with the 18. Mark Beverly up to speed. It's going to have Randy behind him. Cialino's going to be there with him as well. So 1, 2, 3. As they had great pit stops. Randy in the 00 came in on 76. Cialino came in on 70. Trying to make it a 30-lap run. Mark Beverly out front. Baldwin still leaving, still in on pit road. Actually, Baldwin still leading. 12 laps to go. He will need to come to pit road sometime soon. Trying to make sure that he can get 30 laps out of the truck. He's going to be able to do so. Hegdel leaving pit road this time by. Mark Beverly will take over second by about 35 seconds. Baldwin needs to come to pit road sometime soon. With 11 laps to go, he's going to be there with the 18 to the high side. The driver that I thought had this one in the bag, Dougie Higgins Jr., way back here. He gets around a few drivers. He had very slow pit stop there. So did Mike Miller. He had a pretty rough pit stop as well. Pat Baldwin. Dougie Higgins Jr. is going to be a lap down now. 10 laps to go. Baldwin, Mark Beverly closing down some distance, 33 seconds. Ciolino in second. Randy comes around. Now, Mark Beverly, when he came to pit road, he got into pit road fast. He got out of pit road fast. He was the first to get there. 10 laps to go. Not much you can do. Portland says, got to make sure I still have it in you. Buddy, you got it, man. You'll be good, brother. You'll be good. Pat Baldwin getting their Mines leaving pit road. Mines had to come in for a penalty. Dougie Higgins Jr. runs his fastest lap of the race, 41.29. Mike Miller, the 77 in front of him. And they are trying to do a lot of damage. 47. He's got 15.8 seconds between he and Beverly. Beverly's going to win this one if there's no caution by almost 3 seconds because of pit strategy. Nobody's going to be able to keep that up. Brandon, thank you very much for the like out there. You won't be at your mom's on McDonald's Wi-Fi again. I understand that one, that's for sure. Will Rhino runs the fastest lap of the race, 41.21. Can anybody catch him? 3.5 seconds between he and John Ciolino, who came out on 70. Jesse Calloway came out on the same lap as Mark Beverly. And he's got Ciolino in his tracks. 8 laps to go. Rich Holland trying to pull it out here. Pull out all the stops. Pat Baldwin has the 69 there. Wise and Higgins. 7 trying to win this one. Says he came out on lap 58. That's 32 laps to finish on. He might be trying to do the impossible. Can he go? I know you can go 30 laps here. Can he go 32? I don't mind, Cortland. I don't mind at all, man. That's fine. I don't mind at all. I appreciate everybody. Here's what we can get here. Pit strategy. Bottom right. Beverly ran 24. Lawrence ran 26 laps. Hegel ran 27 laps. They all needed a pit. Right now, Baldwin on 26. There's a 3 going around the outside. Mark Beverly has 25. You know what? If there's a caution... Yeah, man, I will do that. Message me on Discord. I'll that way I can get right to you. That way I can get those over to you. Cheryl, thank you for liking the stream. Much love to you. Appreciate you. Baldwin, Beverly, Hegdel, Callaway, Rhino. Five laps to go. And this is about what Baldwin needs. You got 22 seconds. And quite possibly, he is 4 laps away from determining if he's going to be able to make it on fuel. He is doing everything he can. Mark Beverly in second, Hegdel in third, Rhino in fourth, Callaway in fifth. Kevin Winker came in on 70. He is in 10th right now. Dougie Higgins Jr. has led a lot of laps today. Finds himself in 15th. And the 7 is going to have to come to pit road. He's going to relinquish that lead. Oh, no, don't hit the wall. Boy, buddy. You need like 2 gallons. You need like 2 gallons. Come on. Beverly out of 3 and 4 across the front stretch. Hagdahl will be second here. He's catching. 3 laps to go. Pat Baldwin tried. He tried, man. He tried. He tried every bit he could. Let's see. Next Friday is your birthday. Hey, man. Big 19. Big congrats, brother. Big congrats. Much love. Much love. Will's got a good run here, too. These 2 drivers need to catch up to Mark Beverly. Mark Beverly's pace is, he won that one on pit road. That's exactly what happened here tonight, folks. Beverly's been winning races left and right here. Let's see how many he has won in this series. He won at Atlanta. He won at Kentucky, at Darlington. Finished second at, so he's got 3 wins. Kevin Winker has 1, 2 wins. A lot of drivers with wins here. All good. All good. 2 laps to go. Beverly out front. And the final lap waves. Thank you to all the sponsors for the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. Winning Bid Diecast Auctions, LO Bros Facebook podcast. That is Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. You can go check them out on Facebook. Great information through those folks. Much love to them. TheButtKicker.com, promo code AOR20 for 20% off at checkout. If you know what the Butt Kicker is, well, you need to get it. You'll make sure that you feel what you've been missing, and of course, Big Hoss Motorsports, part of it as well. Mark had the strategy for pit road. He got in and out of pit road at the right time. Hagdahl, Reinl, 1, 2, 3. Mark Beverly wins it here, and there's some early issues. He's able to make it work. Reinl should have finished 3rd there. Eric Hagdahl will finish 2nd. We'll take a look. Dougie Higgins Jr. had a great run, and kind of sad to see that he didn't, that he didn't win this race. I think he stayed out too long. I think he should have come in with, I think when Beverly came in, that next lap should have been the lap that everybody came in. That'd have been a closer race to the finish. Mark Beverly's going to be your race winner, and does so with a great pit strategy there. Here's your race results. Mark Beverly, Eric Hagdahl, Will Reinl, Rich Holland finishes in 4th. Callaway finishes in 5th. Tyler Beverly 6th. Nick Lawrence 7th. Ciolino 8th. Nathan Dahl 9th. Kevin Winker 10th. Dougie Higgins Jr. rebounds from 17th when he came off pit road to 11th. Randy Salee, Jesse Wise, Mike Miller, Tyler Puckett, Haas Beverly, Bill Hales, David Smith, all the way down to the bottom. Let's take a look. Thank you to Cody for running the numbers for the league. I know they appreciate it out there, and I appreciate everybody as well. Much love to you. Let's have a little chit-chat with these folks. As soon as I get Mark in here, we'll talk to the winner. We've been kind of bouncing back and forth, and we'll wait for that one. that. Mark Beverly, your race winner here, as 13 had a great pit strategy there. You came in at the right time, able to extend that lead, and some drivers having trouble getting in and off pit road, making the last basically 15 laps nothing.
Yeah. Seemed like I had the right call. Anyways, I just knew I wanted to be one of the first or in the beginning of the pit stops there, just in case it went green. I just wanted to make sure I was in front of everybody on tires. So it seemed to work out. I got in and out clean, so got a little 3-second lead and just held it. So it worked out.
Yeah, nobody able to use the draft to catch up to you. This is such a multi-group track. We watched early on how you were able to try to get yourself up front, utilizing all the lines. Seemed like the tires fell off pretty heavily by kind of scrubbing back and forth that way. So folks utilizing that outside lane were able to kind of get around. Is that kind of just we all know that that's the way that Auto Club in Fontana works. But what is it like to do it in the trucks? Because it feels like it slows you way up.
Yeah, I feel like you get a nice run off the top there, but if you want to pass, you kind of got to give somebody the old slide job. So cutting it down low and trying to get in front of them, that's what seemed to work for me when I got stuck back in traffic when I got caught up in that accident. So just try to get back up to the front, and yeah, I kind of like dropping it down to the white line, and it seems to, I don't know, give me a little faster time. So that's just what I like, but some people like the top.
It seemed to be kind of everybody's different ball of wax there. Mark, congratulations on the race win here. Give your shout outs, my man.
Yeah, thanks to you putting on a nice show for us. Thanks to everybody watching out there. Thanks to our sponsors for making it possible. Butt Kicker, MLO Bros, Winning Bid Diecast. So check all them out. And thanks for my wife for letting me race here. And yeah, have a good evening.
Always a pleasure. Mark Beverly, fourth winner of the series, is going to be absolutely fantastic. Eric Hagdahl finishes in, man, I tell you what, you had a run there in the very beginning. Eric in the number 4. Let me pull your stuff up here. There we go. It seemed like in the beginning, you were able to use that second and third lane, not necessarily the fourth and fifth up high, but that second and third lane seemed to be where you found comfort. And you had more slide jobs here than I've seen at a dirt track in recent history.
Yeah, it was a good race, a lot of fun. Able to qualify up front and just kind of there at the beginning, just kind of rode around, trying to save my tires the best I could, and kind of just hung around inside the top 5. And I knew the guys, the 41 and the 13, some of the guys, they were using the tires up, racing for the lead, and I just kind of rode around. And as the laps went on, I definitely had a really good long run truck, able to make my tires last, and it paid off there at the end of that stage. Had a good battle with Robert there. It sucks that he got in the wall, but happy to finally get a stage win. But had a mistake.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I had a mistake on pit lane and kind of got me in the back and got caught up in a crash, but was able to make a way back up there.
Yeah, stage win here. That was something that we didn't that I didn't mention there, which I was actually working on. 44 kind of seemed like he got free there out of 3 and 4. Usually we see here at Fontana that turn 2 is usually the troublemaker here, but not very many drivers had turn 2 issues. It was mostly turn 4, which is the wider turn here. So it seemed like that was the nail biter here. Plus 3, 4, 5 wide. It was insane to see. Eric, congrats. P2 finish. Nothing wrong with that at all. And stage win and a good points day for you as well.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. This has always been one of my best tracks on the sim, and man, I was able to restart around 20th after I got wrecked, and able to come back to get second. Definitely wish I could have got a win, but can be disappointed with second.
Nothing to be mad about. Nothing to be mad about. It was a good race. I kind of wish it was closer at the end for everybody. You know what I mean? It seemed
Oh,
like
yeah, me too.
once the green flag pit stop happened, it was like, all right, well, everybody came in here and then it just separated. I was like, man, that took away all the fun. Yesterday we had like 15 cautions, but the end was phenomenal. This one we had a lot of 4 and 5 wide driving or 3, 4, 5 wide driving, and then comes down to the end, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, it's definitely, if we didn't have to make a pit stop, I felt like I was in the best spot because I felt like I'd, able to drive out through the field and able to really start passing a lot more guys at the end of the field run because their tires were gone. So I stayed out a little bit too longer than Mark, but top 3. Gotta be happy with that.
Nothing to be mad about. I let Mark go. I try to keep Mark's interview shorter, so that's the reason why I kept you around a little bit longer here because Mark he's got all the extra stuff he's got to do. So,
Right.
always a pleasure, man. Congrats, P2 finish. Give you shout outs. It's your time.
I mean, just gotta thank the Winning Big, Diecast Auctions, and obviously you, Jason, Signature Esports for broadcasting, making us look good, and obviously thanks to the Beverleys for putting on a great league, and hopefully we'll get them next week.
It's going to be a ton of fun. Well, next week's All-Star race, so I don't know where you're even going yet. So that's why.
Yeah,
I'm like, where? I told Cody to in the stream. I was like, tell me where you're going. Come on, man. I need to know.
I mean, as long as it's not dirt or a road course, I'm good. So.
Please, no road courses. Please, no road courses for that. I love road courses for everybody, but I don't. Not your All-Star race. Take it somewhere classic like Atlanta or Texas or Charlotte. Make it fun. Get out there, or you know what? Make it a super speedway. Get everybody out there on iRacing Super Speedway. I have yet to broadcast iRacing Super Speedway. I have the track. Nobody's ever ran it.
I'd be down.
Right. All right, Eric. Congrats on the P2 finish. We'll see you next week.
I'm in. Thanks.
Always the man himself, the number 4. We don't get to talk to a lot of these folks very often, and it's always a ton of fun to be able to see the different personalities of these folks that come around here and just enjoy themselves. It's the same when it comes to drivers. Same when it comes to the streamers that we follow as well, and also when it comes to the way these folks drive. I'm not disappointed in the way the race ended. It ended clean. Do I wish the racing was a little bit closer? Of course I do, because we want to see that high-impact racing and the battle for the win. But Mark had a great pit strategy. He got in and out of pit road. And that's the thing. Getting in and out of pit road is so important when it comes to 2-mile tracks or the super speedways. Even on short tracks, if you don't get in and out of pit road clean, and you kind of don't pay attention to where folks come in, you can lose a ton of ground, especially on these bigger tracks like this. You got to imagine that if you stay out for 4 laps and your lap times are 3 seconds slower than the guy who just came to pit road for the stage end, it can turn into those situations. Not mad at all. Much love to everybody out there. Appreciate all the folks out there. Mark Beverly gets it. Will finishes in 3rd. Always good to see Will out there. Made the championship for last season. I love it. Oh, Mark Beverly, your race winner here tonight, folks. Much love to you. We're going to be seeing you real soon, and we'll probably see you tomorrow. I'm probably going to stream on Twitch tomorrow, and you come over and say hi and do what you got to do. Thank you to all the sponsors out there that make the Asphalt Outlaws racing series here on iRacing what it is. TheButtKicker.com, promo code AOR20, Big Hoss Motorsports, the MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast, and of course, and always, the Winning Bid Diecast Auctions. Thank you to all the folks that support me, to include each and every one of you out there. I want to thank you all first, and then of course I want to thank Roasted Jim's Coffee for coming on board, promo code BZ20. Thank you to Dubby for being my clarity drink of the day. It's something that I've been adding to my diet to make sure that I just really like what it does. It makes me feel invigorated and refreshing. It's better than some of the things that it's better than just having energy drinks and stuff like that. So much love to the folks over there. Check the links in the description for that. And of course, and always, thank you to Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. for being my caution sponsor across the board. I'd love to see those folks get more and more involved in what they're doing. They're doing a fantastic job. Thank you to AJ and all and the crew over there. Thank you to my family. Thank you to your families. Thank you for tuning in. Much love. We're going to see you in the next one.